There are a lot of games in my collection that people say are disappointing. The Ori 1886 happens to be one of those games. Released in 2015 exclusively to the PlayStation 4, the Ori 1886 is a steampunk third-person shooter that lets you take the role of Sir Galahad, who is part of an organization assigned to protect New Victorian London from the half-breed creatures and the anti-government insurgencies. Without giving too much away, but you start to learn that there's corruption in the making, and your job is to find out what. Here are my complaints. This game has some stealth sections, which ultimately ruins the pacing and seems like an afterthought just to make the game a bit longer. Speaking of a bit longer, this game is short. It will take you 5 hours to finish by finding clues and if you subtract the trial and error. Another big problem is that it's heavy focused on cutscenes. Unskippable cutscenes. Now I get it's trying to focus more on the story, it's all fine and good, but sometimes when you already finished the game, it is for the best to skip the cutscenes so you could get the trophies they have missed throughout your first playthrough. The boss fights are kind of alright. Another one of those afterthought sort of choices, not to mention that there's not a whole lot of them. Now for the positive notes. The graphics are so realistic. Half the time I thought I was watching a movie than playing the game. When you're not in stealth sections, the gameplay is actually pretty satisfying and fast paced with its effective covering system. There's quick time events, which aren't spectacular by all means, but it does add some challenge to the game. Some story elements are actually pretty interesting. The half-breed's transformations are so grim, it's hard not to like looking at them. In the end, the Ori 1886 is an alright third-person shooter. However, it's not one of the worst games I've ever played, and believe me, I have played some really bad shooters. This game is not even close. If you can get past the fact that this game is short, has stealth sections, and very cutscene heavy, it's actually a pretty neat little experience. While it lasts. The graphics are beautiful, the shooting aspects are, at least to me, very satisfying, and some plot points are actually pretty interesting. Don't expect too much going into it if you are considering picking it up. Also, there's Sackboy from Little Big Planet. Just thought I'd let everyone know.